Yeah, welcome to the chat. So today we are going to be looking into this amazing, beautiful, perfect crypto trading, day trading strategy. This strategy is very simple to use. This strategy requires just being able to recognize candlestick patterns at the right time. So now, what are the rules that we are going to be follow? Why is this pattern effective and how does this pattern work? We are going to be looking into all this so as to have a visual representation and a mental picture of how this pattern is going to be, and we are going to understand the psychology behind this pattern. So just being able to recognize key support and resistance zones, just being able to recognize strong candlestick pattern, and being able to recognize the best timing in the market, then you position yourself in an arena to win in crypto trading. So let us get straight to business. For the sake of those who are beginners, let us take less than a minute to explain candlestick patterns as well as the candlestick pattern we would be working with in the chart right here. As you can see, price rallying down, creating series of lower lows and higher lows and lower lows, higher lows and lower lows with a cluster of white candles. These white candles signify selling pressure, while right here, as you can see, price creating a cluster of green candles and higher highs. These green candles signify buying pressure, while a candle that is neither green nor white like this candle, it signifies indecision in the market. However, here we are going to be working with only the engulfing pattern. With only what? With only the engulfing pattern. An engulfing pattern consists of just two candles. The first candle we want to see selling pressure, and the second candle we want to see buying pressure, that is for a buy. While for a sell, the first candle we want to see buying pressure and the second candle we want to see selling pressure, that is for a sell. So let us get straight to it. As you can see right here, we have selling pressure and buying pressure follows, which absolutely engulfs this selling pressure. This is a perfect bullish engulfing, and this is the candlestick pattern that we want to see at a key support level at the perfect time. So we have selling pressure, then buying pressure that engulfs. So let us check the sell variation. For the sell variation, is just very similar, however it is inverse. We have buying pressure and selling pressure that engulfs, just as we have perfectly here. You can see buying pressure and selling pressure that engulfs. So this is the sell variation, and the one we checked previously, this is the buy variation. So what does the engulfing pattern, what does it denote in the market? It denotes that whenever we see them, according to candlesticks and according to trading psychology, it denotes that the market is about to reverse. It denotes that the market is going in the direction of the candlestick pattern printed out. Because seeing this buy here, it shows that the buyers are active, and seeing the sellers to absolutely embodying this buy candle and engulfing it to the downside, then it shows that the sellers are more active and the dominance has switched to the sellers. Then you can see how the market dropped following this. Likewise, seeing the bullish engulfing with the first candle highlighting sellers being active, and the second candle we can see buyers absolutely engulfing this sell candle and pushing price up, showing that the dominance has shifted to the buyers, and you can see how the market moved up. However, we want to see this pattern at a particular zone and also at a particular time in the market. So now the second question follows: which zones do we want to see these patterns? We want to see these patterns at what? At the support and resistance zones, which are the highs and the lows. We need to know that the support, this is the lowest point in the chart, and this is where we have the strongest buyers that are willing to buy a currency up. For this particular day, that's March 13th 2024, let us mark the support. We have the support at this low at this particular zone, and we have the resistance at this particular zone. So these are the zones we want to see the engulfing pattern, at the support and the resistance of the 1 hour chart, as this is completely a day trading strategy. Now let us get to the timing. Why, and mind you, why I want to see them at this key support and resistance level is the fact that at these key levels price must always react, and at these key levels we have the big boys, we have the big banks, we have those that have the big pockets, the deep pockets to move the market. And as always, we want to try our possible best to ride on their coattail. So now, at what time do you want to see this pattern? Exclusively, we want to see this pattern at the London session and the early New York session. At what? At the London session and the early New York session. So you want to see this pattern from 8 o'clock market time, that is 8 o'clock European time, to when? To 6 p.m. Anything after 6 p.m, once you see this pattern, you should ignore. Anything 6 p.m. European time, you should ignore this pattern. So right here we have a perfect example where we can see this pattern at a key resistance level. We can see the bullish engulfing pattern, we can see the bearish engulfing pattern. And at what time do we see this? We see this at a key level, and when? Exactly 10 p.m. and you can 10 a.m. and you can see market retest and the market dropped in a very beautiful manner. This is an example, and we are going to take many examples to sharpen our eyes. And believe me, if you can be religious with this strategy, I assure you 1000% you are going to milk the market, and you are going to run your broker dry. So as always, you can see the amount of bad trades you would avoid by not falling for it. And right here we can see an engulfing, a bearish engulfing at our perfect timing. And what happens? You can see this in a beautiful manner, and market retests this block and drops. So just take more examples. So as long as all rules are met, you have nothing to fear. So after taking examples, we are also going to learn how to take our entries, because just as we all know, money is made where? Money is made in execution, not in the analysis. So what we are doing here is how you are going to do your analysis. So right here we can see a beautiful pattern and this is resistance. And now let us check the timing. What time does this occur? It occurs at the perfect time, 2 o'clock. Wow. And you can see market retest and market wonderfully drops. So as said, you want to see this pattern from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. European time. We have another pattern here. You can see this at exactly 10 a.m. You can see how the market respects it. Right here we're on BTC USD 1 hour chart, and you are seeing these real-time wonders with your eyes by yourself. And as you can see, we are as far back as 2013. Right here we're in 2023. Right here we're in 2022, and we are still going to go further for test more. So on your own, relax, backtest this strategy, test this strategy, gain confidence in it, refine it, and you are going to get the best out of it. So right here we can see this pattern at the perfect time we want, 11. You can see the pattern. Now let's mark it, and you can see how price retest and price beautifully drops. So we have another pattern here, and mind you always want to be conscious of the time. So you can see this pattern is exactly the time you want to see it, which is 6 p.m. and let's see how price behaves. you can see this bullish flag, this bullish engulfing pattern, and you can see how price retests and goes up. So this is a very easy cryptocurrency trading strategy. There is nothing complicated about it. It is very easy to apply. It is very easy to spot, and it is very effective in making large sums of money. You can see another pattern here at the perfect time. You see the pattern at a key support level at exactly 2 p.m. European time, and you can see how the market retests and moves up. And mind you, if you want to backtest, I can assure you that we are going to backtest forever, as this pattern appears countless times on the chart. Here you can see it at 11. Let us mark it, and you can see how price retests and goes up. Now mind you, you want to see it from 8 a.m. to when? From 8 a.m. This appeared at 7, which is not the time we want it to appear, and we always need to have our timing. And the reason why we go with the London timing is because you know that the London session, this is the session that has the highest trading volume, and it is the most liquid session. So as you want to always position yourself in a place to win, considering these factors, as well as price being in key levels, so you have lots of variables to your advantage. You can see this pattern right here at 5 p.m. You can see how price retests and drops wonderfully. So you always want to be strict to your rules, and you always want to follow your rules to the book. This appeared at 9, and we are going to ignore since it does not conform with the time we expect. This appeared at 5, and we are going to ignore since it does not conform with our timing rules. So that is why you always need to have discipline in trading. You do not force the chart. You do not attempt to bend the market to your will. So we are going to release another tutorial to teach us how to take the entries. Here we are going to be learning how to spot the patterns, and there are ways to take the entries. So now let us go to Ethereum US dollar and check out how this pattern has performed on these instruments over time. So we should not just restrict it to BTC USD, just look at other cryptocurrency assets as well. So you can see this, at what time did this appear? At a good time, at exactly 4. And you can see how price drops afterwards. You can see how price dropped. So you want to be consistent with your approach. You want to be disciplined with your approach, and you want to this is a very easy way to master the market. All you need to do is wait for the right opportunity, wait for all rules to align, and trade without fear. We have right here, you can see this is a pattern and exactly what time. At a key resistance level, we have a sell pattern, and we have it at 1 p.m. You can see how the market wonderfully dropped immediately this pattern formed. I bet you are going to be paying hundreds if not thousands of dollars to learn this strategy that I'm teaching you for free. Just go to other cryptocurrencies and see as well. Let's go to the Bitcoin Cash US dollar. The 1 hour chart. Let's just zoom in. So as always, the market will always give opportunities. The market will always give opportunities. The market will always give opportunities, and you should know that the market rewards precision and timing and patience. The market does not reward more work. It rewards smart work. You need to be consistent with your approach. You need to be smart in making your decisions, and I can bet you whenever the market wants to favor you, it would favor you exceptionally. So we are looking out for a pattern that meets all rules. We have a pattern here, a bullish engulfing candle. At what time? At the perfect time, 11, and you can see how the market jumped up even before the market retraced back down. Right here we have a bearish engulfing, and you can see how the market dropped immediately after the retest. Let's go to the Trump US dollar. Now the 1 hour chart. Let's take examples. You can see the pattern here, but not the perfect time. You can see a pattern here at the exact time. So once you see this pattern, there are also ways to take re-entries. We are going to learn more on that. Well, not to take so much of our time, let's just go to, let's check the link USD. This is a cryptocurrency pair as well. You can see this pattern right here at the exact, okay, these are 7, not the time we want. And we want to round this lecture up in 20 minutes. Now this is a beautiful pattern right here. You can see this bearish engulfing pattern. Price comes and retests, and you can see how price dropped. Price dropped to this level. So as always, win today, win forever. Success is yours. I wish you a peaceful trading journey ahead. Plan your trade your plan, and most importantly, manage your risk and emotions. We have a pattern right here. Also at the perfect time, you can see that's 1. So plan your trade your plan, and most importantly, manage your risk and emotions. If you find this useful, like, share, subscribe, and follow for more.